Hello everyone and welcome back to the European Le Mans Series YouTube channel. I am Nicole, also known as PitStopNic, and today I'm going to be taking you on a little trip down memory lane. We're going to look at what an incredible season we have had here at the ELMS in 2025. We've had 6 exciting tracks across Europe with record-breaking attendance, 24 hours of intense racing, and of course a triumphant return to Silverstone. So keep watching if you want to see what happened this year across all 4 classes, the highlights, who we crowned as our 2025 champions, and of course who clinched those all-important automatic invitations to the 2026 24 Hours of Le Mans. In our LMP2 class, the fight for the overall trophy promised excitement from the very start. In Barcelona, the season kicked off with a brilliant victory for the number 18 EDEC Sport, but the field was incredibly close. We had 7 cars finished under 10 seconds from the overall leader, AF Corse. Heading to Le Castellet, the number 18 EDEC Sport doubled down, taking a second victory in our second race in tough, wet conditions. They had a huge gap, scoring 50 points out of the 52 available in the first 2 race weekends. After Le Mans, a new force emerged in Imola and Spa in VDS Panis Racing, taking back-to-back wins at both circuits, with EDEC Sport, the number 18, taking no points across both races. That meant that both VDS Panis Racing and Inter-Europol competition could close the gap in the standings. At Silverstone, disaster struck the leaders, meaning that EDEC Sport number 18 could take a 3rd win of the season, bringing them right back into the title fight. The Portimão finale was intense, as any of our top 3 could have won the title, but after a stellar weekend, the number 48 VDS Panis Racing took home the big trophy after winning the final race. So we crowned our 2025 champions, VDS Panis Racing, which consisted of drivers Esteban Masson, Charles Malesi and Oliver Gray, giving the French team their first ever ELMS title. So now for the LMP2 ProAm Championship, and this fight promised a lot from the start of the season. We had the 2024 LMP2 champions making the switch to the Pro-Am category in AO by TF, the number 99, and the multiple Pro-Am champions, the AF Corse number 83, ready to fight once again. And in Barcelona, AF Corse did not disappoint. They took the overall race win. Yes, ahead of the entire LMP2 category. What an incredible way to start the season. Under very tricky conditions in Le Castellet, the number 27 Nielsen Racing managed to come out on top after an incredible drive from their bronze driver Anthony Wells at the start of the race. In Imola, AO by TF in their charismatic car Spike the Dragon celebrated their first ELMS win of the season. Consistent performances by the number 77 Proton competition kept the standings extremely tight after the first 3 races. The season restarted in Spa with yet another contender on top, as Algarve Pro Racing took the top spot in the Belgian race. They scored enough points to take the top spot in the championship heading into the final 2 races of the season. Survival instincts were very necessary to survive the lethal rain at Silverstone, and the race ended under a red flag, but Algarve Pro Racing took the top spot on the podium, meaning that they were going into their home race, the final race of the season, with a slight advantage. At the Portimão finale, AO by TF really needed to pull out all of the stops in order to take away something from the championship, and that they did. Despite TDS Racing, the number 29, winning the race, AO by TF managed to score a podium whilst their competitors struggled, meaning that the American-British team took home the top spot in the championship. Our winning drivers in the AO by TF team are Dane Cameron, Louis Delatraz and PJ Hire, which makes Delatraz a 4-time ELMS champion. What a fantastic achievement. In 2025, the Gen 3 LMP3 era began, and we have 3 different manufacturers making up the LMP3 field: Ligier, Ginetta and Duquesne. Now I have to warn you, the LMP3 season this year was an extremely dominant performance from one team in particular. In Barcelona, the multiple championship winning team CLX Motorsport had the perfect weekend, and with 2 new very fast rookies behind the wheel of the number 17 car, they took a pole position and a victory. Again in Le Castellet, the CLX Motorsport trio didn't give anyone else a chance to shine. They took the maximum 52 points on offer with the pole position and a race win again in the second race. Dramatic conditions for qualifying in Imola meant drama for everyone, except CLX Motorsport. Theodor Jensen set a fantastic lap ahead of the storm and the session was not restarted, meaning that they took pole position, which was then converted into a win the following day, making their winning streak 3-3 in all 3 of the races so far. But unfortunately in Spa, a mechanical failure came to stop the fantastic performances of the Swiss team, despite them taking a pole position, giving Team Virage the race win in Belgium, but the gap in the standings was of course still huge given the consistent performances of CLX Motorsport. They finally clinched the title in Silverstone, but not with a pole position, a race win instead. And in Portimão, CLX delivered yet again. They took a pole position and a race win in Portugal, giving them 5 pole positions and 5 race wins across just 6 races. An absolutely dominant performance that broke ELMS championship records. The drivers going down in the ELMS history books are Paul Lancher, Theodor Jensen and Adrien Clomenil. The LMGT3 category saw a record number of 6 different manufacturers joining the grid. We had Aston Martin, Corvette, Ferrari, Mercedes, McLaren and Porsche. With the reigning champions, Iron Lynx, changing up their machines for the 2025 season from Lamborghini to Mercedes, we had a complete shake-up across the LMGT3 field. In Barcelona, the first to shine were the Iron Dames, with a standout performance to bring the number 83 Porsche back to the top of the standings. Le Castellet was another classic. This time it was the number 50 Richard Mille AF Corsa that took the win, with a superb performance from Lilou Wadou. She held off the Iron Lynx Mercedes, the number 63, from the lead of the race in the final lap. In Imola, a third race meant a third different race winner. We had the TF Sport car number 82 take the win as the first ever Corvette to win in the ELMS, ahead of multiple Ferraris who are hoping to shine on home soil. With consistency in their performances, the number 55 Spirit of Race Ferrari took the lead in the championship standings after the third race, despite not winning a single race yet. Not a single drop of rain in Spa meant for a real concrete race for every single competitor, and for LMGT3, the race went right down to the checkered flag. The racing spirit of Le Mans and Aston Martin took the win ahead of the Iron Lynx Mercedes after a superb battle in the last few laps. The French team left Belgium with the lead in the standings, but with 8 teams on 11 points, nothing was set for the final 2 races. The rain and the red flag changed everything in the LMGT3 standings at Silverstone, as some were able to adapt faster than others in the tricky and wet conditions. In the end, it was the Richard Mille AF Corsa that took the race victory and therefore were at an advantage heading in to the final race. In Portimão, there were 7 different teams in contention for the title. And of course, TF Sport were the ones to get it right. They got pole position and the race victory after a disappointing race for Richard Mille AF Corsa, meaning that the Corvette won its first season in the ELMS in LMGT3, similarly to Lamborghini back in 2024. Talk about an exciting class full of twists and turns, and of course a new champion. Our drivers making up the championship winning TF Sport team are Hiroshi Koizumi, Rui Andrade and Charlie Eastwood. With the 2025 season now complete, we have our 5 teams that have all secured automatic invitations to the 2026 24 Hours of Le Mans. In LMP2, we have the number 48 VDS Panis Racing as our winners, and of course our runners-up also gets an automatic invitation, and that is into Europol competition, the number 43. In LMP2 ProAm, we have the number 99 AO by TF, and in LMP3, we have the number 17 CLX Motorsport, who will be invited to compete in the LMP2 category at Le Mans. And finally, last but not least, in LMGT3, we have TF Sport, the number 82 car. The planning for 2026 has already begun and applications for the new season are already open, so keep your eyes peeled for the entry list, which will be released in early December. We had the perfect opportunity to see some new faces on track the day after our season finale in Portimão with our rookie test. Chloe Chong, Amna and Hamda Al-Kabazi and Enzo Trulli were just some of the faces that we saw taking on the undulating circuit in Portugal, getting some time behind the wheel, testing out a few different things, and spending some time with some teams that could potentially be their new homes in the future. We also had the pleasure of watching some promising drivers from the Michelin Le Mans Cup, our sister series, with Hadrian David, Griffin Peebles, and Matteo Quintarelli being just some of the drivers testing out new cars or potential future teams in the ELMS. So who will be part of the 2026 ELMS grid? Well, you will find out in just a few weeks' time. A quick reminder of our 2026 calendar if you haven't seen it already. All of the dates of our different races will be shown on screen. And that is it for today's video. I hope you all enjoyed this look back on what a fantastic season we've had here in 2025. Make sure if you enjoyed it that you give us a like and subscribe if you're not already, and turn on the notification bell so that you don't miss out on any of the action and of course all of the news leading up to the 2026 season. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all very soon.